What's going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV Daily, your source for daily tech news. Make sure you subscribe so you know what's going on in the world of tech. Happy Friday. It's the last day of the work week, so it's time to enjoy the weekend. So I know I will. I'm going out for Korean barbecue tonight, so if you see me there, which you probably won't, but if you do, say, "What's up, Greg?" Anyways, let's get right to the news. Our first news story is all about the Galaxy Note 5 and Galaxy Tab S2. As everyone knows, the Galaxy Note 7 was recalled. Most people either went to an S7, S7 Edge, or they went back to their Galaxy Note 5, or they just got a different phone. Anyways, people that have Galaxy Note 5 are going to be able to have Android 7.0, also known as Nougat. They should get it sometime next year. SamMobile.com is reporting that Samsung is working on a build for the Galaxy Note 5, as well as my favorite tablet from last year, the Galaxy Tab S2, or maybe that was 2015. Regardless, my favorite tablet last year to use was the Galaxy Tab S2. Tab S3, which comes out next year, should be awesome as well. But anyways, Galaxy Tab S2, Galaxy Note 5 should both have Nougat sometime in 2017. They should also, if I had to guess, have the same UI changes as the Galaxy Note 7 and S7 are getting with Nougat, which is the Grace UI, which looks a lot better, I think. I like the menu systems better than in previous versions of what Samsung has released. So this is awesome news for a lot of you that went back to a Note 5 or stayed with your Note 5 after the Galaxy Note 7 fiasco. You're now gonna hopefully get, sooner than later, Android 7.0 Nougat, and also people like me who still have their Galaxy Tab S2 sooner than later should also have Nougat on there as well. Software updates by Samsung are amazing. They're doing it faster than seemingly ever. They launched most of these tablets with Marshmallow and gave out timely updates, and now it looks like we're also going to get Nougat faster than ever. Thumbs up, Samsung. Next up, speaking of the Galaxy Note 7, Samsung saw its biggest drop in sales for the third quarter of this year ever. Now, if you look at the sales figures for the third quarter of 2016, Samsung sold 71 million phones, which took up 19.2% of the market. Third quarter 2015, they sold 83 million units. So they actually sold 12 million less units than they did the previous year. And Sam Mobile is accounting this to the Note 7 recall. Also, their market share dropped by 4%. Apple also dropped a little as well. They had 11.5 of the market in the third quarter of 2016, and the previous year they had 13. The only companies to gain market share were Huawei, Oppo, and BBK, and Oppo made the biggest jump out of all those companies. So this is pretty telling. Of course, Samsung had a drop because of the big Galaxy Note 7. Apple had a drop, obviously, because the iPhone 7 wasn't as big and as bad as most people thought it would be. But the more telling issue from this is that these Chinese phone manufacturers that have very low cost, high quality phones are actually gaining in market share, and audiences are noticing this and buying those phones because you can get a phone for $300-400 basically with the same specs as, say, a Galaxy or an iPhone, and it works just as well and it looks just as good. So why not save yourself $300-400 and go with that Chinese manufactured phone? Sure, a lot of the time the service isn't there in terms of customer service. You have to ship out the phone, or they don't have a local store, but this is really good news for low cost, high quality phone manufacturers, and it's great for consumers because it's giving them choice and it's expanding their knowledge base beyond what they think Samsung and Apple are out there. Actually are starting to know some of these lesser brands like Huawei and Oppo and some other phone companies. So really good news for consumers and everyone else in the market. We'll see where it goes next year. I'm very curious to see if those Chinese companies even go higher and Apple and Samsung drop even further. And lastly, 4K movies are starting to roll out to the Google Play movie store, and there's a couple of things to know about it. It's not a lot of content so far. The ones that are out there is mostly like the big time budget movies like Transformers. The other big thing, and it's kind of disappointing, is the price. There's a rental for a movie in there, and it's $299 SD, $399 for the HD version, and if you want 4K, it's $799. Also, buying movies, there's a 4K version versus a HD version, and the price difference is $10. This is a pretty big deal because you're buying a movie that Google is degrading the quality even just a little bit, even though it still says 4K versus 1080p. There's no reason that this should be $10 more, $5 more. It should really be the same price. Every movie you buy in that store should be the exact same price, have it be SD, HD, or 1080p. Bandwidth for these companies is so cheap, and we're getting hurt as customers because, as I spoke earlier on in the week, you got companies like Cox, AT&T, who are already charging people if they go over their allowed bandwidth, and it's just so lame. And now you got companies like Google and Apple and all these other companies that sell movies, Amazon, and they're charging us more for a better quality version of the movie, even though it probably doesn't cost them really anything. So say something to those guys because it sucks. Tweet them out, say, hey, charge me the same price for every movie that you sell in terms of the quality because it's lame. Guys, thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Question of the day is, what do you think of these new Chinese phone manufacturers really getting bigger in the market? Do you think that's good for competition? Do you think it's bad? Are you excited about it? Do you not really care? I'm curious what you guys think about that. Also, my product of the day is Amazon Prime. It's only $79. That's just today. I will link it in the description down below if you want it. If you don't have it, I'm telling you, it's amazing. I use it all the time. You get a lot of free stuff. You get their version of Netflix, which is like their Amazon Prime movies and TV shows. You also get some music. You get a lot of stuff with it. It's amazing. Free 2-day shipping, decreased 1-day shipping cost. It's a really good deal. Guys, thanks for watching. See you down the road. Peace.